Uber, Lyft, and Uber Eats. It's changing life as we know it, and that includes what happens if you are in an accident while in one of these. Ralph Guito, known as Ralph the Lawyer, joins me today to discuss how he can help. Good morning. Glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
This is a hot topic, which we have not discussed yet on our show, so I'm excited to dive into this. But first time on the show, I want to hear a little bit more about your background. I love that you're a Tampa native.
Yes, fourth generation.
That's
Tampa
awesome.
native.
There's not very many of you around these days.
Not many. No, not at all. And grew up, obviously, in the Tampa Bay area, went to Jesuit High School.
Okay,
and my father was an attorney as well. So followed his footsteps and I went into practicing law myself 30 years ago.
And what is your specialty?
Well, I focus on personal injury and wrongful death, civil litigation. We have a firm with 25 lawyers. We have a full practice, so we can do anything. But my focus is on personal injury and wrongful death.
And I'm sure you've probably heard Ralph the Lawyer. It's a catchy name. That's what you go by.
It is. It is. A lot of people had difficulty in saying my name, so Ralph the Lawyer.
Hey,
and that just kind of stuck.
Yeah. Let's talk about this hot topic. We're talking about Lyft and Uber Eats, and I don't know if it had crossed my mind yet on, wait a minute, what happens if you were saying, number one, you were hit by an Uber driver, maybe you're even in the car. There's several different scenarios. You say people need to know their benefits and what's involved with this.
Absolutely. In fact, yesterday I was using an Uber and the Uber driver did not know that if he was involved in an accident while online in the application, there are certain benefits of insurance that are provided to him by Uber directly.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he did not know that. And likewise, passengers that are in Uber driven vehicles or Lyft, if that vehicle is involved in an accident, there are insurance benefits that are provided by those ride-sharing services.
I would imagine they probably signed something somewhere along the way, but just didn't realize what they were, when they went into their contract with them.
That's true, and it is listed on their website, but there's so many other documents that they need to go through that they're just not aware of it.
So what happens if you are involved in an accident? Again, there's several different scenarios here that we could play on. But what do you do then? Do you contact the company right away? I mean, what advice do you have?
Well, first off, obviously, if there are any injuries, call 911. Make sure that law enforcement is there. Sometimes you might have an Uber driver that's involved in the accident. He doesn't want to report the accident, but you, as a potentially injured passenger, want to make sure that that accident is actually documented.
Okay.
So having law enforcement come out there documenting the fact of the accident is one way to do it. Also, at that time, contacting your own insurance company would be a benefit. So, for example,
so if you're a passenger in the car, go ahead and contact your insurance as well?
You have duties and obligations as an insured under your own policy to contact your insurance company. They will also do an investigation and hopefully ask those questions with regards to were you in a ride share and so forth, and then they might be able to get that other additional insurance coverage as well. But I would always make sure that you absolutely knew that Uber or Lyft had that coverage in place.
You hear so much about uninsured drivers as well. I mean, I can imagine there's scenarios where that is included too, where you hit an Uber driver. I'm assuming they do have insurance, but again, it just happens so often where they don't.
Well, and that is totally true. So many people don't have adequate insurance on the road. And I recently had wrapped up a case where an Uber driver had brought a claim against an underinsured motorist. They just didn't have enough policy for the injuries that he had sustained. And very fortunately, that Uber driver had the benefit of this forced place uninsured motorist policy through Uber. And they were able to provide additional benefits.
Well, again, we are just scratching the surface on everything that can be addressed on this topic. So many others as well. I hope you come back. We look forward to having you back. But in the meantime, if someone has questions, what would you recommend them do? I know you're so open, your offices, and saying, hey, email us, give us a call, let us help.
We try to make it easy for people to contact us. They can send me an email at ralph@ralphthelawyer.com. They can call me at 1-800-RALPH-STAT. And we can easily meet with them and free consultations.
Ralph, thank you so much. We really do appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.